Hey there. This is going to be a short, deeper dive into an issue that occurred in class last night, and it's happened to me before. And this is another situation where Rhino 8 is acting a little bit differently than the way I grew up with Rhino. And so I'm going to try and clarify something that happened. But last night in the class, I showed how to correct the issue, but I didn't show how to prevent it. So that's what I'm going to try and do right here. So let me just show you what we're doing. I was building a signet ring using um, a curved network, which has the top curve, the top of the ring. And then for the sake of this video, I'm going to call this the left side rail and the right side rail. And then I'm going to intercept the video. We're going to switch over to the video in just a second. And I will be just making the first, uh, we'll call these north and south rails. I was just making the south rail here. And let's intercept the video. I'm going to tab over here to here and I'll start playing. And then I'm going to pause this again to show you where the problem started. A little bit. And actually, I'll turn on Smart Track again. We want the bottom of this to be about 6 millimeters in width, approximately. So I want to end up down here about 3 millimeters away from my original ring rail. Now I can turn on Smart Track again and hover over here and start. Okay, that's right where the problem started because if you're really observant, what you saw was I used Smart Track to highlight the quad of this the two side rails, right, that I'd created. I call the left side and the right side rail earlier in the video, and that's where the problem started. I'll just go back to this here in just a second, but let's just finish this up, and we'll show you where we ended up with this. 2, 3, and turn it on. All right, and I should have hit that quad. Again, the quad is not what I wanted. What I really wanted to hit was the end point of my construction line, which I'll I'll when I go to the other part of this demonstration, I'll show you the construction line. Let's continue. Now, if I execute the my command in the right viewport, I do this. Now, the bottom of this looks like it's going to be a little bit wider than I really want. So I'm going to select these two. Actually, I'm going to select these three control points, bring this in just a little bit, and because history was on it, updated the whole thing. What I'm trying to point out here is that you can make adjustments on the fly. Let's bring those in too, just a little bit. All right, now we should have a curved network that works pretty good for us. To make the curved network, go to Surface, Curved Network, and then we're going to select first the top curve, and then these side curves, and press Enter. Ah, and much to my surprise, it did not work the way I wanted it to. I'm going to escape out of that. I'm just going to check one thing here in the top viewport. Ah, okay. I'm going to show you how to make a little correction here. See how these curves did not meet up? Okay, so I make the correction, but I'm going to show you now how you can prevent that from happening. So I'm going to change the scene back over to here, and now we're actually in live Rhino. So here's what we ended up with, this exact situation. Turn on control points. And I demonstrated how to correct it by using transform set XYZ coordinates. And I set these control points on the Y axis, which is where they should be been to begin with. But let's pop over here and zoom way in. Okay, so what we see here was my construction line that I was trying to hit. And in previous versions of Rhino, that was always the quad. Well, now for some reason, although the endpoint of the left side rail, I'm calling it the left side rail again, and the right side, which was mirrored from the left side, of course, both endpoints are going to be right here where they were supposed to be, aligned on the Y axis. But what happens now is that Rhino, let me demonstrate this. I'm going to just put a single point, and I have quad. My dumb face is in the way here, but I have the quad O snap checked, right? And so watch what happens. There's a quad here, and there's another quad here. And what I should have done, let's just delete these two things. And let's re-invoke these. I don't need this either. Point. Let's delete that real quick. And I'm going to turn myself off here so you can see it here. There we go. Turn me off so that you can see what's going on down here in the O snaps. Okay, so I just uncheck the quad O snap, leaving the end one on. I don't, mid won't matter. I don't really care if it's there or not, but I turned it off anyway. Okay, let's go in the right viewpoint port and recreate this curve from, oh, actually, I need quad up here, snap to the quad, right? And then I'm going to turn quad off, leaving endpoint on, and I'll kind of quickly try and recreate this situation down here. Okay, so now I can turn on Smart Track and intersect the end point, not the quad, but the end point, boom, and then over here, right? And then mirror this, MY. And then let's pop into perspective view here real quick. And now this thing will work first time, and I won't have to make the correction using the set XYZ coordinates. So surface, curve network, here, oops, here, 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 and here. And bingo, that's exactly what we wanted to have happen the first time without having to make a correction. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this and just say what has to occur in this situation of a curved network is that all of these side rails, both the east-west and north-south, have to intersect at the same point. And if you have quad on and intersect the quad, rather than the end point, that's where these last few control points are going to be off and you're going to have to make the correction. Okay, I hope that clarifies stuff. Let me get me back up here. I hope that clarifies. Again, this is one of those places where Rhino 8 gets me. This has happened before. And now, hopefully, by making this video, it'll be clear in my mind again, so I won't make that mistake in class again. And it'll be clear in y'all's minds. So here we are, the Benchworks podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any use out of this whatsoever, please give it the big thumbs up and subscribe for more great content. Thanks a lot for watching.